Hi everyone, hope you're all well. Welcome to My Way Tarot. This is going to be a general energy reading for the sign of Capricorn for August 2021. This can resonate with your Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus sign. Okay. If this does resonate, then that's awesome, or parts of the message do. This is a general reading. If the reading doesn't resonate, then it's simply not your message, so I'll catch you up in the next one. I'm currently shuffling with the Radiant Rider-Waite tarot deck today, so I'll be using this deck to clarify later on, and the Soul Journey Oracle cards for guidance or advice at the end of the reading. Okay, so I will be doing love readings separately for all 12 zodiac signs at a later date this month, and also I'll be doing an additional bonus readings for general and for love for the top 3 signs with the most interaction in relation to the channel. Okay, so as usual, please excuse the poor shuffling. I'll get straight into the reading now for you guys. Okay, I'm going to cut up the deck for you. Okay, so for Capricorn for August 2021, what messages can you please provide us? Angels of light, what messages can you provide us for Capricorn? Okay, wow, look at this. Okay, so we have the Four of Wands and the Page of Pentacles straight off the bat. This is really beautiful, so I'll put that here and start laying out the cards for you. Okay, we have the Hermit, the Queen of Wands, Nine of Wands, we have the Page of Swords, we have the Chariot, we have the Knight of Wands, we have the Ace of Cups, lovely. We have the King of Swords, we have the Five of Pentacles, we have the Eight of Swords, Four of Cups, High Priestess. Okay, so we have the Three of Swords, and last but not least we have the Ten of Wands in the upright. So I hope that you can see the cards properly. I'll move that out the way. Okay, bottom of the deck we have the Magician. Beautiful, this is amazing. Okay, so this is Libra, Gemini and Virgo energy. So what we don't see is you're manifesting something brand new to come into the physical for yourself. You may be taking a lot of inspired action to move yourself forward. Yeah, look at this. Wow, oh my goodness, completely bossing up here with the King of Wands, Page of Cups and then the Fool energy. So you could be receiving some news which is going to make you very happy and allow yourself to move into the next portion of your life, like feel really excited for this new venture coming in for you. I'm really getting the sense that you may even potentially be receiving an apology, potentially, either from a fire sign or from an Aries even, or even one of these signs earlier that I'd said, or a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, potentially. Okay, so that looks really quite promising. So what we have here is the Hermit energy, which is Virgo. We have the Cancer with the Chariot. We have and Cancer energy, like the Moon energy with the High Priestess. Okay, so those are the majors on the table, but we do have all signs available here: Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Aries, Leo, Sag, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn as well. So you can have any of these signs in your chart. Okay, so what I'm getting this kind of overall sense is that you've taken some time, or you're taking time, or being asked to take some time to contemplate your next steps moving forward for your life, and before you kind of get ready to charge on forward. Here with the Chariot energy, like you're going through a major transition of following your intuition, and it's really quite lovely because we have, 7 here with the Chariot, we have 9 here, 7 to 9 is 2, and then we have 2 here with the High Priestess. So you're following your intuition to allow you to move on forward by taking balanced action. I'm getting like you're having this kind of willpower to move yourself forward, gaining control, gaining the reins of your life, I'm getting, so that you can move forward. you're following your intuition and you're trusting yourself to be able to move on forward and following your kind of inner voice, I'm getting, so that you can move on forward. I'm getting some sort of ascension potentially, maybe some sort of illumination about what it is that's going to give you this emotional fulfillment. Potentially it could be a new love, or just even divulging into more into spirituality. I'm getting here with the Hermit energy, with the ascension, and potentially this kind of spirituality card as well, which is really quite beautiful. Okay, so I'm really getting the sense that you may have been carrying some heavy burdens to do with a family home dynamic, and it's like taking these particular responsibilities and you just want to kind of feel more relaxed in your home environment, but potentially things have been relatively stressful. You will eventually be able to let go of particular obligations or burdens eventually, but I'm getting the sense that there has been a lot of heartache to do with a home situation, maybe even a work situation, and therefore this has been relatively heartbreaking for you. I'm getting like you're maybe closing out a particular cycle in your life that you're kind of intuitively knew that you had to close out a particular cycle, and what this is doing is allowing you to feel eventually a lot more free emotionally, so that you can start off something brand new. I mean, you've got page energy here and then ace here, so this is to do with bringing newness, and we've got another page up here, and previously we had seen the page of cups. So on quite a lot of fronts there's going to be a sense of newness coming in for you. Whatever it is that you have been going through has been potentially very challenging, and you're feeling relatively exhausted. I'm getting absolutely shattered about like certain events that have played out. I mean, we've got the 9 and the 10 of wands here. You know, this person's like the wounded warrior. They've definitely been through a lot. Potentially you've had to sever ties in a legal contract, I'm getting, which has been very difficult. But what this will allow you to do is eventually move forward in your kind of soul growth, to be on the right path, to gain particular confidence in yourself, knowing you're going in the right direction, because we have the 9 here, we have a knight here, which is an ace. He's carrying the ace of wands. You add that together, that's the 10, and we have another 10 here, so you could be seeing 10 tens, I'm getting, and that's like a number to do with power. It's to do with being able to bring things in for yourself. Like we had the magician card earlier of what we don't see, so you're definitely inspired to create something brand new and have a lot more focus about what it is that you want for yourself. Potentially you've been trying to become very logical and very strategic in how you move on forward when it comes to potentially new love. It could be relatively burdensome to try to think in this particular way, especially if you've gone through a difficult journey. It's like you may have been in a position of lack, and it's trying to see the greater objective of what's been going on for you. Potentially you could be seeking out a lawyer right now, or someone who's helping you to do with a legal situation, I'm getting, or even like an authority figure or a family member, an old friend, maybe even a work professional, someone who's able to give you very good advice. Maybe you felt particularly trapped, that's why you're looking for some sort of advice, maybe to do with a home situation, maybe having to sever ties with a home family dynamic, maybe feeling like you've been at a loss, potentially feeling trapped, and that anything that new that comes in for you, is it just going to be repeating of old cycles? But I'm really getting the sense that you're closing out a major cycle because of this 10 here, and then obviously with these 2 up here adding up to another 10, so it's definite completion of sorts. So it's unless you stay in a particular mindset, like a feeling trapped mindset or a poverty mindset, then potentially things have the potential to repeat themselves, repeat old cycles. But I'm getting the sense that you're going to get some very clear cut, very honest, practical advice that is going to allow you to move on forward in a new sense of integrity, and allow you to help you not feel so trapped in your head about a particular situation that you may have had to make very difficult choices in relation to a family, home, work dynamic, I'm getting. But you may have been in stalemate for some time, but eventually there's going to be movement, like off the bat, like it's going to allow you to be able to move on forward. You're having to heal yourself from a really difficult situation. There could have been conflict at one point or another, or some sort of deception. But any of these particular changes that you've gone through have been very challenging, but it's to enable you to gather this new sense of strength and courage in yourself to be able to move on forward. I mean, we've got the Lion's Gate portal kind of opening up right now, or kind of happening right now. So I'm getting this sense there's a new refresh of energy, like old cycles are closing out so new can come in for you because you're following your intuition and allowing yourself to move on forward. Potentially there could have been some sort of heartache and pain that you may have been keeping very much to yourself, that you may not have openly discussed with other people, to do with a love situation, but doesn't necessarily have to be. But the Queen of Wands is someone who's very intuitive as well, somebody who's very assured in themselves, very determined. Like maybe you've been very determined to keep a situation or persevere in a long-term situation. You've been very determined in maybe keeping a particular contract of sorts, I'm getting. But what I feel it's important to do is to start clarifying these majors on the table. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay. But whatever it is that is being manifested, what's being brought in for you, is going to allow you to find more balance in yourself and a lot more harmony, I'm getting. Why is the Hermit here, please? The Capricorn. The Hermit. Why is the Hermit here? Like there may have been a period of time where there has been some sort of insecurity, but I'm getting the sense like you're going to get yourself out of that. Why is the Hermit here? Maybe you've been feeling relatively insecure that your whatever advice on how to move forward is not going to be of best of intentions, whether you can trust the advice coming in for you. I'm getting, look at this, how beautiful, the Hermit. You know, we have the Star here, which is Aquarius energy. We have the Magician again and the Six of Wands. So you going within and contemplating your life and searching for this inner guidance is going to allow you to build more courage. Like you're getting this illumination, like spiritually, I'm getting, and it's manifesting in for you. And it's going to give you a greater sense of clarity and healing, and just feeling a lot more hopeful for things coming forward. And you're going to be really successful, like things are going to be able to move forward and you'll get that recognition of that potential success. Potentially there may have been a period of time with the Hangman in reverse. Yeah, you may have felt like a victim, I'm getting, like this kind of victim mentality, poverty mindset, not moving as quickly forward as you would like to, so therefore there's been this kind of delay in moving yourself forward. But I'm getting that is all getting healed. You know, anything that's been hidden, anything that's been any anxiety, any illusions that there may have been are going to be coming forward out to be highlighted to you, I'm getting, so that you can move on forward. Potentially you may have to retreat your energy so that these blessings and such can come in for you. I'm going to take another card for the Hermit, please. The Capricorn. Oh, Capricorn. Oh, look at this. Wow, look at this. This is beautiful. We have the Ace of Wands, we have the Page of Cups, and we have the Three of Wands. So blessings are absolutely coming in for you. You are manifesting something really beautiful in. You may be getting an apology, or potentially there's going to be some good news to do with a work project or a home situation. You know, we have the Three of Wands here, and then the fourth here with the Ace, with the Four of Wands here. So potentially any burdens that you've been carrying, there's going to be something renewed. some sort of new sense of stability being brought in for you. Could have been to do with like an untraditional commitment that you may have been in. There could have been a period of time of loss or feeling in lack, or being up stressed at night about it, that something didn't necessarily move on forward. But I'm getting this sense that with this new, this taking the time to go within, you're really starting to kind of establish where it is that you want to move forward in the future, like gain this new sense of freedom and self-belief, like this confidence. Like, you know, the Queen of Wands next door is somebody's very confident, and then the Knight of Wands is someone's very confident. Like, you're getting this brand newness coming in for you, with this just surrounded with new energy and potentially new work projects, maybe even new relationships, and getting just new inspirations for new project and having this kind of desire to move on forward. And, you know, with the Page of Cups, it's like you're going to potentially receive like these intuitive messages when you take time to go within on how to progress in the next path, the next part of your life, kind of for the remaining of August. Obviously, these are timeless readings, but they can be taken, you know, taken as timeless or when they're dated. It's however when you come across the readings. I've just broke up the deck and we got the Six of Swords. So you're moving on to clearer, calmer waters. I'm getting a sense of balance and harmony coming back in for you, and that you may be leaving a non-traditional commitment of sorts. I'm getting, or you're just deciding, look, I need to take a new approach in my life and do things a bit differently and kind of become more just original with what it is that I'm doing and how to move myself forward. Like potentially with a new workspace, I'm getting like you're gonna blossom some new sort of creativity, some sort of endeavor which is going to allow blessings to come in for you. And this is so nice as well, because with the Nine of Wands up here, like something you've really persevered in, and because of this perseverance you add it up, and then you've got the 6 and the 3 saying how victorious you're going to be and how successful you will be, and how that you'll be able to look forward to the future in relation to that. Like just keep pushing forward. Why is the Chariot here, please? The Chariot's Cancerian energy. You will have victory and you'll have success. Like that's what's up here with the Chariot. You know, a breakthrough of sorts. Why is the Chariot here, please? Yeah, look at this. You will have your new beginning. You're going to be able to take the leap of faith and move forward with this kind of new energy coming in. And then we have your energy here, the Devil energy. You know, you may be leaving toxic situations, or this is just another indication, a confirmation that you'll be leaving something behind. I mean, I can't make it up. Look, any immaturity or people that you may have dealt with that have been very immature, or there hasn't necessarily been any direction, I'm getting, like if there's been conflict or procrastination on something, you're leaving it and you're leaving onto calmer waters. Like I'm getting this sense that with the 7 of Wands, like you're just deciding, look, okay, I admit defeat in another situation, I'm going to close it out. It was what it was. It left me confused. It was very difficult, very painful. I'm going to leave that now and, you know, work hard on myself. And I'm getting this sense, like so many people obviously take this card to be negative, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. With the Devil energy, is somebody who could be just very focused on working on themselves, and you're kind of moving on forward, away out of dealing with potentially toxic people, like having a brand new start, which is really quite positive. Yeah, you may feel relatively burnt out and exhausted right now with the 4 of Swords being in reverse. Like you may have had a lot of anxiety about having a new beginning, and feel like you might not necessarily get to where you want to, but you will be able to. Like with this 8 of Wands, you'll be able to move on forward quickly out of something, but you know, you may feel like, oh, everything's going to be really slow, but it's kind of what you don't see. Like this is like your kind of fear of things are not going to move on forward for you once you get out of a particular cycle. But I'm really getting the sense that once you get away from particular conflict, you'll be able to start something brand new, you know, and move yourself forward, which would be really quite positive. I'm going to take one more for the Chariot, please. Thank you. The King of Cups in reverse. Okay, so potentially there could be a lot of emotions coming into play right now. Feeling a little bit overwhelmed with the King of Cups being reversed, feeling a bit overwhelmed, kind of like maybe you've been feeling really withdrawn because like retreating your energy, taking the time to go like get away from other people, I'm getting, so you could heal yourself, take the time, because you may be feeling relatively unbalanced right now with the Two of Pentacles, feeling a bit overwhelmed, not sure what the next portion of your plan is. Like you're wanting to have a new beginning, you're ready for the new beginning, but potentially there's some sort of delay or block moving forward. You will have celebrations, you will be able to move on forward, but potentially you may be feeling stuck in a rut right now with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, but eventually there's going to be a period of time when the wheel will turn around in your favour and you'll be able to get out of this kind of stuck energy and therefore move on forward. Yeah, you could be closing out potentially eventually a cycle with an Aries, doesn't necessarily have to be, or another Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or you have it in your chart. Okay. Why is the High Priestess here? Or either that, you may receive some sort of closure from an Aries, I'm guessing. Like things may have been out of your control to do with another situation, and you'll get this kind of recognition of that. There may have been major conflict with that relationship or situation. Like I've just broke up the deck and we saw the Ten of Swords and the Five of Swords, so there could have been really a lot of heartbreak to do with that situation, if that's something that may resonate with you. Maybe having a very painful ending that you're having to now sever ties with. Maybe something didn't necessarily work out. Yeah, and then just seeing the Ten of Swords again, so it's confirmation that that's another underlying, like we said earlier, like you've been going through a lot with the Ten of Wands, and then the addition of the Nine of Wands with the, so it's like two lots of tens here, and then we saw the Ten of Swords, just seeing judgment. So you could be getting like reflecting on your life right now, trying to figure out how to move yourself forward. That's what taking this contemplation energy to move yourself, potentially to do with love, but doesn't necessarily have to be. Why is the High Priestess here, please? Why is the High Priestess here? Wow, straight out. So we have the World energy. Okay, so we have the World, the Ten of Swords, and the Six of Swords in reverse. Wow, okay. So there's been major difficulties. You know how I said earlier you may have gone through a lot and you haven't necessarily opened up to potentially discuss what's been going on with you. Yeah, you've gone through a lot. There could have been potentially deception, I'm getting, or some sort of lies, maybe even trickery, and like you may have felt stuck in a really long time, or you didn't want to get out of a particular situation because it may have like rocked the boat when it comes to other people, and feeling like potentially just being stuck. Or you may have felt like if you were to do with a connection or a family home connection, a work connection, a love relationship, like felt like there's been some sort of lack of trust to do with the situation, that you're really needing to take time to heal. Like up here with the Four of Swords, and then 10 to 6 is like you minus that and that's 4. And you're just feeling exhausted or not sure how to move on. Like you'd like to have a new beginning, but maybe you're feeling stuck with the Hangman. It's like Pisces energy. The World is the fixed sign, so we have Taurus, Leo, Scorpio and Aquarius, so you could have that in your chart, or you could be dealing with someone. Yeah, feeling stuck potentially in an old, maybe karmic cycle, I'm getting, that you felt that was out of your control, but you will, or you've been clinging on to an old situation, or just feeling like you're getting loads of bad luck to do with it. But it could just be that there's an incomplete karmic cycle that you may be going through, potentially that's not necessarily finished as of yet. But you will be getting out of that eventually, because, you know, the world, even though that it's reversed, it will eventually turn around. And we had the Wheel of Fortune, so things will eventually turn around. And they've got another 10 of endings. So what else can you tell us for this High Priestess, please? Yeah, we have Justice. So there could have been a family, home, work situation where somebody wasn't necessarily taking accountability for their actions, or there was a lot of dishonesty to do with a legal situation, I'm getting, or some sort of unfairness to do with a legal home work situation. I'm getting karmic justice as well, like this has been a karmic cycle potentially. You could have been dealing with that, and it was getting you to kind of learn, like you may have not, this may have been hidden and you didn't recognize that this is what it was. But what it was all to do was to help for you to regain balance in your life. Could be dealing with a third party situation. There could have been a lot of fear, secrets to do with a third party situation. Potentially illusions I'm getting to do with a third party situation, or a lot of gossip on how to move on forward. But you will eventually be able to, and let go of particular drama that you may have dealt with in your life. I would like to know more about this kind of justice. Why is justice here? I just feel like, yeah. See, you're getting justice for any arguments or disagreements that you may have been in with the Five of Wands in reverse. Like, you're going to resolve any problems that you're wanting. You're going to just eventually get to a point where you will be in harmony. But potentially there has been a lot of drama and you've been up in your head, but you will eventually get out of your head to do with that. Potentially having this kind of recognition that someone may not necessarily be putting in the work to do with a situation anymore. Like, they just don't seem inspired to kind of carry on and work forward towards something. Or potentially somebody wants to actually fix a situation, fix a relationship, or reconcile, but potentially you may not necessarily want that. Maybe you feel like what somebody's done was unforgivable. Maybe someone else has tried to hold on to you for a particular way. I really want to know this star, because the star keeps on jumping out at me, and it's like you will eventually be able to heal on from something. I'm just going to clarify this star. I know it's not like, it wasn't the main, it was like an additional clarifier. So you will have the strength, like I said this earlier, you will eventually have the strength to move on forward with this. We've got the Lion's Gate. Why is the star here? Why is the star here? Yeah. Okay, so the Hangman. Yeah, so you're getting this healing. So any kind of enlightenment. You're getting this enlightenment that you're going to eventually be able to balance yourself, and that you're going to see the light at the end of the tunnel, and anything that was destructed, that was kind of fell down, was meant to, because this destruction led to enlightenment. We got, 16 here with the Tower, 17 with the Star, and, the Hangman is someone who has made particular sacrifices in their life, but they're choosing to hang themselves there. They're making particular sacrifices, and anything that wasn't necessarily serving you, there's been an upheaval, a sudden upheaval in your life, but that was to get rid of a poor foundation of something that necessarily didn't work out. And you may have been really stressed and up in your head about this, like, well, what do I do? This is too much, I can't bear with this anymore. With the Nine of Swords energy, feeling relatively, I'm getting hopelessness or insomnia, but you're going to eventually get this particular relief and accept help to be able to move on, to help you feel more balanced, and get this kind of, enlightenment that whatever it is that kind of fell apart was meant to be able to go through, because you may be finishing a karmic cycle. And I've got Judgment here at the bottom of the deck, like, so this is major, like, destiny, like fate type thing. Wow, could be with an Aries, doesn't necessarily have to be, or a fire sign, or even a Scorpio or a Taurus. there could have been like stagnation to do with a situation or holding on to someone or something, and it's having the recognition to actually let go of it, because the reason haven't been let go of something is because there's been fear of change, fear of feeling stuck, like fear of things not working out in your favor. But I feel like the more you're holding on to something that's not necessarily serving you, is going to keep you in this kind of cycle, which is not going to allow, it's not going to allow you to get to the point where you can have this new beginning, because you'll be stuck in an old cycle. So it's kind of going through this major like life lessons and recognition that the cycle, it is what it is, and you know that you don't have to fight, you don't have to like cause more pain for yourself. I'm getting, wow, it's like unnecessary. It's like taking care to like look after yourself and to nurture your own emotional well-being and your own fulfillment, and having that sense of, okay, well, you know, I can move on forward and I can be successful, and you will be, but I just feel like there's a lot of tiredness at the moment. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull from the Soul Journey Oracle cards just to get like a final message for you, see what advice or guidance there is available. Okay, but you're getting brand new coming in for you, because you're closing out major cycles for your soul's growth, and then you're getting like new love, potentially new relationships, new friendships, new contracts, maybe work contracts, legal contracts, new business projects, new endeavors, just a new sense of excitement, enthusiasm in your life, I'm getting, potentially. So what can we get here for Capricorn, please, for August 2021? Trust. Wow, how beautiful is this? I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. Bottom of the deck, we have health. I will honour the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. So yeah, there was a sense of not feeling at a great place here with the Five of Pentacles, and like feeling mentally trapped here with the Eight of Swords. Your health may not necessarily been the best, and honestly with this feeling exhausted, like feeling knackered type card here with the Four of Swords in reverse, like feeling really burnt out. And I'm not surprised, because you've gone through a very painful, difficult cycle. You know, we had, see, the Nine of Swords, Eight of Swords, you know, 10 of Swords, 6 of Swords, like it's all kind of a lot of mental conflict and strife I'm getting that you've gone through. But it's like this progression of things, getting to this recognition that you're closing out a very difficult cycle. Yeah, there's been a lot of fear, maybe you've been fearful of change, and that's really impacted on your health. But like I was saying earlier, how beautiful the Chariot was with the Hermit, and it's like 7 to the 9 is 2, with the High Priestess is 2. And I said, like, you're trusting yourself, trusting your intuition, following whatever the inner voice is telling you to do. And that even though that the path may seem relatively difficult and challenging, you're having this notion of going, okay, I feel like this is the right thing for me to do, and you're gaining more and more clarity about this. Like, you've been very much in your head. It's interesting because like we've got a lot of swords here on the table, and we've got a lot of wands energy. So there's been a lot of thoughts to do with your kind of soul growth, you know, to do with that aspect of yourself. Like there's not been a lot of there's been a lot of upset to do with your emotional well-being, but it's like trusting yourself that things can move around. Like I totally understand how difficult things can be. But I'm going to take one more. I just feel like I need to put another card for you, but you will get there. You will be successful. Yeah, look at this. Beautiful. Acceptance. I am learning to accept the things I cannot change. This is so amazing, because we were saying earlier, weren't we, that, you know, there's this fear of change, like holding on to things, holding on to like old people, places, circumstances, karmic cycles I'm getting. And you know, you're getting this beautiful enlightenment with this purple energy here that is allowing you to be able to move forward. And oh my gosh, balance is coming in for you. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. So you're getting this enlightenment, like this purple energy is all to do with like the crown chakra, trusting yourself, being open and available to listen to your heart more. I'm getting with this beautiful kind of green energy, you know, speaking of your truth with the blue. Accepting things, moving on forward, surrender. Oh my gosh, surrender. I can release my need to control. Potentially there may have been power struggles in a dynamic or such, but you're releasing certain things, you know, and it's allowing you need to surrender to the doubt so that you can move on forward. But you're bringing in a new sense of balance by doing that, and you will have that sense of balance coming in for you. But this is really beautiful. This is so stunning. Okay, so I really hope that you guys enjoyed the reading. Please like, share and subscribe. Leave us a comment. I greatly appreciate it. And if it resonated, then that's great, or parts of it do. Well, I'll just be on the lookout for the bonus readings and for love readings that I'll be posting out later on this month. But thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching, and sending love and light your way. Take care. Bye for now.